December 16th, 1944. In an effort to turn the tide of war on the Western Front, 8 panzer divisions launch a surprise attack on American forces in the Ardennes. On the Central Front, the 5th Panzer Army breaks through thinly defended American lines. In the chaos, many Americans, like tanker John Marshall, are lost and surrounded by the advancing Germans.
We now were really on our own, hoping to find our platoon or anybody. We decided to pull off the road, and we debated what to do. So I says, I'm going to lower the gun so it looked like it was knocked out, because I don't want some son of a bitch rolling a hand grenade down the barrel. All night long, you could hear the Germans walking by, Achtung, kaputt, and all of that. They assumed that the tank was knocked out.
Das ist doch total kaputt.
The next morning, somebody saw us, whether it's the Germans or Americans, a shell come in. Hallier jumped onto the road, turned left, and started going down the main road. The next lane we came to, there is the only Tiger tank I ever saw. And on both sides of it were 2 smaller tanks. And I shot at it.
The German Tiger is a 57-ton monster, almost twice as heavy as a Sherman. It's protected in places by up to 100 millimeters of steel plate. The Tiger is one of the heaviest tanks on the World War II battlefield, with an 88mm main gun that can rip a Sherman to pieces. By comparison, the Sherman's a pea shooter. Its 75mm main gun has a short, 3-meter barrel, producing a low muzzle velocity and a weak punch.
And you might just as well throw an orange at that wall there. It was so powerful. Why they didn't get us, I don't know. They had the whole broad side to hit. But we still kept going.
And so do the Germans. They must take the bridges over the Meuse River while overcast weather continues to ground Allied warplanes, and before the Americans bring up reinforcements. Just 20 hours into the attack, lead elements of the 5th Panzer Army are only 90 kilometers short of their objective and have already pushed 8 kilometers into Belgium. The Germans reinforce their gains and throw more and more armor into the ever-deepening Bulge, including the elite 116th Panzer Division.
We were up on this hill. We didn't take the street, but drove across the fields and meadows because of all the mines. We were approximately 1,000 meters away. From up there, we saw this tank. This tank, with its small cannon, was barely a threat for us. Jokingly, we just called it a knocking device. And the Panther. The Panther that was standing next to me shot. From the first shot, the shell hit here and actually bounced back. So instead of a hit, it bounced up. It must have hit the tube, and when the tank fired, the barrel burst. Then the second shot was fired, then hit the screws that are standing out here.
Schrauben geschlagen ist. Und dann wurde das dritte Mal geschossen.
And they fired for a third time.
The Panther's main gun has a long 5.5-meter barrel, enabling it to penetrate Sherman armor at ranges of up to 2,000 meters.
And this is how the tank got destroyed. It was burning inside, and then we proceeded with our advance.
So the 2 or 3 first days of the German attack, the Americans were totally exhausted with constant fighting day and night and so forth, and were lacking supplies, and higher authorities, and there's nothing we can do here. Retreat.